Hey y'all, it is your girl Kiana and I am back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe and the bell next to it so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Now today is going to be another reaction to the Crimson Cure videos, so let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about why Black women need discipline. All right, and I have a little quick video to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then I'm going to be back with my perspective.
I realize what women don't understand is that becoming a good woman starts with discipline. It explains why a lot of women don't end up with good men. Because how you want a good man and you don't want to be disciplined. And what I mean by that is taking correction. If he simply asks you to do something and it's not wrong, there shouldn't be a problem with that. For instance, women with their attitudes, don't no man want no woman that represent him in no bad way if he's a good man. Why y'all think they have other women? Because there's a woman that is listening to them outside of you with your attitude. He probably think he helping by still being with you because eventually you're going to learn. But nah. So I'm saying that to say this. You can't expect to have no good man if you don't plan on being no good woman. Discipline is the key.
A lot of women don't know how to take discipline because they've never been presented with disciplinary action. They've never been presented with needing discipline. Let me further that explanation. Discipline should start in the home at a young age. The woman is a little girl. That's when discipline should start. She should not have to grow older, be in adulthood already, be set in her ways, and have to be broken out of that, unlearned that behavior. She should not have to be taught as an adult how to be a woman, how to have discipline. She should not have to be taught by her man that now needs to step into the fatherhood role for her because she did not have that as a child. Your man should not have to be your man and your dad at the same time. And the reason why most women do not have any discipline or don't know how to take any correction from a man is because the family was already broken. She comes from a broken home possibly, or she could just be a rebel, but 9 times out of 10 she came from a broken home. And it could be because her mom didn't have any discipline herself. She ran her mouth rapid and ran the man away. A lot of men don't even want to deal with a woman enough to want to teach his daughter how to be a woman. So when a woman, a female, comes across a man that is a good man, she don't know how to act. She don't know how to act. She nags him, starts arguments, want to belittle him, emasculate him, because she wasn't taught better. It's possible she could be taught as an adult, but she has to be willing to make that change for herself.
Okay, so you heard the young lady talk about discipline, and at the end she said discipline is the key. A lot of Black women, so many, too many, don't have any discipline and cannot take discipline. All right, because discipline has a couple of different facets, and a lot of times Black women don't have any form of it. They can't take discipline, and they don't have discipline within themselves at all, really in any area. Okay, a lot of times they don't even have discipline where it's time to make money. They let their emotions dictate everything that's going on, to the point where they'll fly off the handle at work, or they'll be running a business and be unprofessional at it. you know, and all of these sorts of things. If something happens where they don't have, it didn't turn out the way that they wanted to and things of that nature, they'll have a blow up or they'll have a tantrum basically about that thing. And so when you start talking about wanting a man and wanting a man of a certain caliber, wanting a man of a certain type of value or level of value or level of masculinity and manhood, then you have to have discipline, because men who have achieved a certain amount of wealth in his life, he has achieved abundance in the 10 life values, those 10 areas, he has achieved excellence there, which are really the types of men that y'all are talking about.
Yes, high value men need a woman that has discipline within herself and know how to take discipline. A high value man wants to know that a woman can control herself and her emotions, to not let that get the best of her and in their relationship. And if he tells her something, she's able to understand it, see his viewpoint for what it is, and not thinking about every other little variable that could play into what he's talking about. High value men want a woman who knows how to be quiet when necessary. She's not sitting there talking. She's not sitting there talking over him. She's not sitting there back talking him and not thinking about everything else.
When y'all, and don't say you don't not trying to get a man, because that's why a lot of you ladies are in the Black Manosphere space. That's why you come to Kevin's channel. That's why you come to all of these other channels, trying to listen in, trying to see, trying to have conversation about how to get a man. And listen, I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, while you're listening, you actually have to take in what's being said. Because the type of men that you claim to want, that you claim that you can't find, the reason you can't find that man is because you don't have what it takes to draw that man in. One of the things, see, it takes more than you looking pretty to draw a man like that in. Looking pretty is the icing on the cake. You're supposed to be cute. Okay, you're supposed to be cute. You're supposed to be as cute as you possibly can be. Okay, whether you a 5 or an 8, don't matter. You're supposed to be trying to be cute as you can. That should be a given. But the other part that you have to have is discipline, because you have to have yourself together.
The law of attraction. You have to have it in your mind, this is what you want.
In more than just the physical attributes. A lot of y'all don't even do that, but we're not even going to get into that. We're going to talk about a little bit about having self-control. What is having discipline? Discipline is having self-control. Discipline is having self-awareness. Okay? That is really what having discipline is about. Being able to control your emotional responses. Just because we know we are emotional creatures as women does not give us the right to, and it doesn't give us the pass to simply fly off the handle whenever we feel like. That's not how you hold relationships together of any type. And that's not how you really want to represent yourself at all. I was able to hold my marriage together. One reason why I was able to do that was the ability to control my initial emotional responses, especially if that emotional response was strong. Okay, because if my initial emotional response to a situation is too strong and maybe even inappropriate, then I have to check that. I can feel it, but I can't act on it. And that's where the self-discipline and the self-control actually comes from. You can't always act on the first thing that you feel. Just because we are having a feeling and the feeling may be valid, nobody can really invalidate the emotion. But what we can do is invalidate the actions that come behind having the emotion.
Right, absolutely, yes. So where she was talking about having self-control, a lot of women don't have self-control when it comes to an argument, when it comes to a disagreement with their partner. A lot of women, you know, they'll get so mad, and just because they're a woman, they fly off the roof, they fly off the handle, and they think it's okay if she starts yelling and cussing the dude out and calling him all types of names, calling him no good ninjas and all that other stuff. And then she may hit him. And then she feel like she ain't in the wrong because it was just why I was angry at the time. You should be able to allow yourself to feel the emotions, but put them in check. So if it came to that point where your blood is boiling so bad to where you need to even put a finger on the person, you need to check yourself. You need to go in another room, go handle that, get it under control. Say, you know what, I can't talk about this right now until I get my emotions in check. Some men don't like that. Some men want to handle the situation while y'all there. So if you're not able to walk away, go ahead and take a moment to regroup, because women are able to control their emotions a lot more. And if you can't control your emotions like that, you need to do some type of like meditation or some type of deep breathing, count to 10, something, some coping mechanisms with that, because women should be able to regroup easier than men. But then a woman would be mad if the man fly off the handle real quick. If he coming at her, you a no good B, you this, you that, calling her all types of names, yelling at her, all up in her face, you know. And then if he hit her or grab her, she be mad, trying to call the police. Because he was supposed to control his emotions because he's the man and because you're the woman. No. You should be able to control your emotions because you're the woman, so it doesn't get to that point. But 9 times out of 10, with women being the initiators, they are supposed to be able to have that discipline.
We get mad and then we want to hit our partner. We want to hit our man. We want to, just tap. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you just tap the little something or you hit him on the shoulder. No. That is a form of lack of discipline. That is a lack of self-control. You are not able to control your emotional responses, because if he just start tapping you, that would be a problem. Men are not the only ones in the relationships that need to have discipline and self-control. Again, just because we're women and we have our emotional responses first does not mean that, first of all, that's where we're supposed to stay. And we definitely doesn't mean that we should not have control over what we are doing. And also, we have to be able to take and accept discipline. And that is the part that a lot of Black women have a problem with. What you mean take discipline? That's for children. A lot of y'all act like kids. So let's just knock that off. You act like a kid. You emotionally, you operate like a child. Because when you don't get your way, you throw a tantrum. If you only cool if somebody giving you candies, cookies, and cake. Okay, you only cool if somebody giving you everything that you say you want, and then when they give it to you, you spoil, and now you don't like that person because they don't have any boundaries with you. They don't discipline you. See, that's the emotional stance of a kid. A kid don't want to be disciplined. Right? They don't like the parent when they do that, but they also despise the parent that never does it. Children who have parents that never discipline them in any way, is let them do whatever, them kids don't like them parents. Even though they also don't like the discipline, they prefer to have it because at some point to the child that reads as, you care about what's going on with me. So you don't just let me run wild. Even though I don't like the fact that you got a curfew for me. Even though I don't like the fact that you got consequences for me when I do something. And this is what women don't understand about a certain caliber of men. They have consequences for you. When you don't act up to the level that you're supposed to be behaving at with them, to be in a relationship with them, they got consequences for you. And one of the biggest consequences that they got for you is dismissing you. A man of high value and high caliber will dismiss you. He will.
He will dismiss you. He will put you in a doghouse. He will take away your allowance if you have it. If you don't work, he will give you the cold shoulder. See, a high value man is not gonna play that. They don't play about their heart. They don't play about them. Okay? And they do it to help you. And some women don't appreciate that from a man. They want a high value man, but they don't want what comes with the high value man. That's why in the video, the girl said, well, that's why he's sitting there cheating on you, because he thinks he's helping you by staying with you, but he's doing what else he wants to do because you are not doing what you need to do as a woman. A woman who is in her femininity and is an actual woman and know how to talk to a man, know how to treat a man, that knows how to discipline herself so that he don't have to, so that he's not going all day doing whatever he want to do, God knows what. He's able to come home at the end of the day and be peaceful. Men want peace in a relationship. That's why they say they want a woman who could bring peace. And all these women say, I can bring peace, I can be your peace. Why? Just because you could lay down and have sex with him? Any woman can do that. At this point, if you can't really be peaceful mentally, if you cannot be able to distract him from the ways of the world because you're so focused on yourself and focusing on what he's not giving you, what he's not doing for you, what are you there for? You wasting that man's time. That's why she said he will dismiss you. They don't like their time to be wasted because their time is precious. And somebody else can easily appreciate what you have because you're not appreciating it. You showing your true colors. Men want women who are going to be the same. Men want women who will unconditionally love them. Because you want him to give you the world, you gotta work for that. Women always think everything can be given to them. No, it cannot. You have to work for that. Just like they had to work for what they have, that nice house, that nice car, all that money, all of what you want, he had to work for that all his life. And you just supposed to get it just because you're a woman? Just because you look good? No, it's not handed to you. You have to work for that. You have to be a woman. You have to have discipline. You can't be out here talking to Tom, Dick, and Harry. You can't be out here talking to all these people and having options on the side. If you want this high value man, you gotta drop him. You gotta drop him because you will want him to drop all his other options that he has. Oh, he got them, trust. He has them. Especially if you don't do what you have to and do what you need to as a woman, he got them on speed dial and he ready. So at the end of the day, women need to understand that they need to have this discipline. You cannot act out when you want attention from a man. You cannot be sitting here all mad and walking around with an attitude just because you ain't get your way. You gotta swallow those emotions sometimes. And what I mean by swallow those emotions, get them in check, or else you won't have nobody by your side. Or else that man not gonna be there anymore because you don't know how to control yourself. Don't you hit that man when you get mad. Don't you sit there and threaten him talking about I'm gonna take the kids and I'm gonna leave. Don't you do that. You in for a rude awakening. All because your emotions got the best of you. Now the kids is being brought up in a home without both parents. They're getting that discipline from dad, but they should be able to get that discipline from mom too. And now the respect is gone. That's why she said children may not like the parent that's going to discipline them, but they surely don't like the parent that's not going to discipline them either, because they're not going to respect you.
Never get that twisted. You will be dismissed out of his presence. And any man of a high caliber, of a high value, and I'm not talking just about his money, I'm talking about as a man as well as his money. When he is of a high value, he will dismiss you with no qualms. He'll go right along his way because he doesn't actually need you to come make waves in his life. He needs you to add value to his life. And you can't add value when you don't have any discipline and when you can't take the correction, because he might be able to see the potential. You just need a little bit here and there.
A little bit of guidance, and women don't want that guidance from men. They don't even want it from themselves. So many women are single because they didn't want the discipline. They didn't want that guidance from their men that possibly saw something in them that they couldn't recognize themselves. If you just allow yourself to have that self-discipline and discipline from a man that could possibly lead you in the right direction, then maybe you won't be down in the gutter. Maybe your life won't be so crazy. Maybe you'll have some type of structure. Discipline comes with structure. They need a woman who's going to add value. Pick up where he lacks. I hope you guys like this video. Go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you have any suggestions on any videos you want to see, go ahead and leave them down below. Or you can hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is at IAM_KIIIKI. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye.